Hi, welcome to Elkin Gospel. I'm going to talk to you about Matthew 10:28. Matthew 10:28. I'll say the verse and then we can talk about it. Do not be afraid of man who can destroy the body but cannot destroy the soul. Rather, be afraid of God who can destroy both body and soul in hell. All right? Do not be afraid of man who can destroy the body but cannot destroy the soul. Rather, be afraid of God who can destroy both body and soul in hell. All throughout Scripture, God constantly tells us to fear Him, 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 to fear Him. In fact, people who don't fear God are usually characterized as unbelievers. What's interesting to me in this verse is that there's a contrast between man and God. All right? And God is saying, because it was Jesus Christ who said this, God is saying, don't be afraid of man. Fear me more than you fear men. Fear me more than you fear men. And all throughout the scripture, there are examples of people who decided to listen to men more than to God. Okay? Classic example, Genesis 3. Adam and Eve, right? Eve comes along with the fruit. God had commanded Adam not to eat of the fruit of the knowledge of truth, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And he listened to his wife. And God criticizes him for that. He's like, because you listened to your wife. And it's not that listening to your wife is evil. It's that he listened to his wife over God. And this same example, same situation is repeated in Genesis 16, where Abram listened to the voice of his wife Sarai in her suggestion to commit adultery with Hagar. If you imagine the situation had it been reversed, had Eve come to Adam and Adam say, you know what, Eve, I don't agree with you. I'm going to fear God more than I fear you, and I'm going to not sin. I'm not going to go down this road of sinning sinning with you. Imagine if Sarai had come to Abram and Abram had said, you know what, Sarai, we're not going to do that. We're going to fear the Lord and we're going to obey the Lord and we're not going to commit adultery today. It could have been so much better. It could have turned out so much better. In Genesis 27, Rebekah comes to her son Jacob, and she has this plan to deceive her husband Isaac in order to favor Jacob over Esau in regards to the birthright and the blessing that comes with the birthright. And, the mother comes to the son and she has this plan, this deception, and Jacob goes along with this plan, And so there's going to be times in your life where loved ones or your friends or your family or people that you respect and care about come to you with plans to do evil or suggestions to do evil. And in those situations, you have the right and the duty to obey God first and foremost. You are not, you do not have to obey your parents when they suggest evil. You do not have to obey your wife and your husband or your wife, your spouse when they have plans to do evil. In that situation, you should fear God more than you fear man, and you should obey God. And I just want to encourage you guys to do that. I want to encourage you to love the Lord your God first and foremost, and to put Him above all else. All right? When your life surrounds your friends and they have precedence over God, or when they have priority over God, then that is a problem. That is a problem. Live a God-centered life where God is first and foremost. Okay? So have a great day and God bless. That's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you have a question about a specific Bible verse, a doctrine, or just the Christian faith in general, you can write your question in the comments section below, and perhaps I can answer that question through another video. Also, if you're interested in learning more about supporting this channel, you can look at this list that I have on the screen next to me, and I'd really appreciate any help. Thank you very much.